are live here, Weather Together. Once again, great to see you all. We are coming in a little late. We've had a few things happen.
It happens.
It is.
Well, we got it straightened out.
Yeah, it's all
It's all
straightened out.
good.
Yep.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Wade Harris. This is Carl Rocket Rippey.
Yes, I'm here, right here.
Yeah, we encourage you guys to like and share our show. And our email is at weathertogether@kgwn.tv. Carl, we got a lot of weather to talk about today.
Yes, we do. And
You need your clicker. Can we
I
hand this
do.
clicker over here?
Right there at your right hand. Yeah.
there we go.
I had it at one point in time.
That's your magic wand.
Right. So watch this.
Yeah. Let's do it. Abracadabra.
Yeah. Weather Together.
You have the power.
I got the power.
The
You
great-
got the power. We got the power.
That's it. The great weather power. So,
Yes.
what's happening in the world of weather, my friend?
Well, so there's,
Ooh,
we're looking at national conditions. All right. So there is what I call enhanced snow coming off of the Great Lakes. Everything downwind. So Western New York over on that side of the Great Lakes, lots of snow. System snow, which is like a mesoscale convective complex. In other words, a storm system coming through. And with that low pressure pulling that moisture off of the Great Lakes, you get lake effect. And I have experienced that personally for 3 years.
Now, explain what lake effect is.
Well, that's where that moisture comes into the system. And then it's just like a wall of snow coming out. It's not like just coming out. It's coming right at you. And it's quite the experience.
So, does it have anything to do with the Great Lakes? Getting
Yeah.
the moisture
All-
off of the Great Lakes.
Right, because
Is that what it
that
is?
air is pulling that moisture off of the Great Lakes. And there's a temperature difference.
Oh.
So it encourages that circulation. Super hard to forecast because with system snow and lake effect snow, you can get 10 inches.
Who's going to get those lake effects now?
Most of everybody that's on that eastern side of the Great Lakes and a little bit southeast. And then it dissipates as it goes a little bit further.
Because I'm from Maryland, mid-Atlantic. Sometimes they can get that. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it carries over.
Right.
You're right. We also have snow in the Sierra Nevadas. So
Oh.
that portion of California up through that, we've got a storm system of which we'll look at in a second.
Yeah.
And across the northern plain, so to the north of Wyoming up into that northern tier of America, you'll notice that we are 15 to 25 degrees cooler. This is tomorrow's high. So single digits for the daytime high in Minneapolis.
Dean better keep warm.
Yeah, our COO that is right there in the heart of all that cold and snow. 'Cause
Yeah.
as we
Yeah.
look out across the next few days, this system's going to continue to push over into the Great Lakes region and up into the Northeast, while the system makes landfall western seaboard, makes its way in Washington, Oregon, parts of Northern California, San Francisco, of which we're also going to talk about in a few minutes. And that'll make it over into the western portion of Wyoming. We get to Saturday, so we're getting closer to the weekend. Starts to dry out, so we don't get a whole lot from it. We get a little bit in Wyoming, parts of Colorado, the Front Range of the Rockies into that northern Colorado portion. Moves over into the Central Plains. We get into our Monday. We're going to be filled in with some wind. We get to the first part of next week, and I'm taking you out a little bit further just so you have an idea of what to expect. This storm system now affecting the Kentucky Valley, Tennessee Valley, Ohio Valley, up into the New York and beyond, and then it makes an exit to the Atlantic as we get closer to our Tuesday-ish of next week. So this is our drought monitor, just to give us an idea of what we are getting out of this next system. We're still exceptionally dry across much of the Rocky Mountain West, North, South Dakota, parts of Montana, and into Wyoming.
Well, we sure could have used that storm that's going through the east there. A little bit of that.
Right,
over here,
it just skips over us.
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you do?
I don't mean to.
All right, so that gives you an idea of what we have going on with weather.
Very
Yeah.
busy.
Yes, busy. So we have a a lot going on. Our next segment not only includes your favorite segment, but it also is the introduction of our guests.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about what's going on with our general manager, and then it's football forecast.
Yeah. All right.
So we have Liz Roth is joining us, our general manager that is also the sponsor of our Weather Together. So
Yeah.
we have you to
Guys,
thank for
Thank
that.
you for having me
Of
today.
course.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for coming on.
No problem.
Uh,
I really like this show since we got it started.
Well, and we've had a lot of fun with it too.
Blast.
And as you've seen, since you've been part of this, there's a lot that goes into this.
There is a lot. I'm sitting in the background watching them get ready and realize there's a lot more to putting this on live
Yeah.
than what's called for. And you got to
Yeah.
have backup there.
Right.
Yeah.
Backup plans. And
Yeah.
we have a whole backup staff
Yes,
that
we
you all
do.
don't
We do.
see.
Yeah, we have our
Yeah.
backup director.
The
AJ.
best.
Woo! Go
backup
AJ.
staff, for
Yeah.
sure.
That's all good. Yeah. So this is Wade's favorite segment.
Love it.
So
Love it.
I have expanded it to not just stump Carl, but stump Carl and the guest.
We're in
Because he was
trouble.
feeling bad because he didn't
We're
get
in
any
trouble.
because he didn't get any of the answers right. So he wants to just
I was
You
like
want to put it
one
on
and
me.
yeah.
You want to
Keep
put
yourself
it-
I
feeling
did.
good.
So
yeah,
you
so-
can be 1 and 17 along with me.
all right.
I got one answer right.
Weather
Mike.
together. Like
Yeah,
we got
thank
this.
you. Yes.
Absolutely. Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
We don't answer it now,
Oh,
but just
right,
think about it.
right.
Let everybody else think
Just-
about it. AJ, you think about it. All right. If you've been out in the cold and you're afraid that you're gonna, have frostbite,
Uh-huh. Yes.
should you rub the affected area with snow? True or false? True or
Oh, what a
false?
good question.
Think about that.
Uh-huh.
To me, it's kind of a common sense thing. You would, but
Well, right.
So can I answer what I think?
Well, sure. Okay.
Well, my grandma said when
Oh.
you come in and your hands are tingly because they're cold and maybe frostbite, run them under cold water. Said in the sink. My grandma was right about everything.
whoa,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Woo!
Right.
Your
So
grandma said that too.
She did.
That's gonna be okay. All
It-
right. Well,
on that frostbite note, if you are frostbitten, you don't want to warm it up too quickly. So that's why you do that. Yeah. And if you've frozen to death or had a near death experience, which I have twice.
but this was.
right.
Do you rub the affected area with snow?
Oh,
No.
Think about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to think about that.
I think we all know the answer to that.
Do we?
I think.
Well, see, I'm going to be 1 and 18 now. Yeah. Yeah. So, Liz, we have enjoyed you being general manager.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Working with you guys is such a blessing. We have a great
See,
team.
this is why we
have a great team here.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
We're doing
do.
good things.
We are.
We've gone through some major changes.
We were bought by a wonderful company called Marquee Broadcasting, who really wanted to take our show and take our news and focus on local.
Uh-huh.
And this is-
Everything local.
This is the
Local-
outcome of it. This show,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
right, it sure is. That's part of it.
but it's also could be national because we're on out there streaming.
Right,
For
because we
people-
want you all to experience what we're doing here locally.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you'll see us in the community more, getting more
Mm-hmm.
involved in local stories. So it's super exciting.
Mhm.
A
Even
lot of
the
big plans for
we've made.
2025.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Exciting
For
plans.
sure.
Yeah.
And we've enjoyed that too. I see a different vibe from our team in that we are truly more engaged in the community, which make the community engage with us.
Yeah.
And then it really does kind of fold into to itself.
It does.
And I think we all feel better about what we're doing as well.
And weather's such an important part of what we do.
Mhm.
Because there's so many weather changes in Wyoming. It's, even from areas from Casper and
Yes.
Cheyenne, there's wind and snow
Well,
and
it affects
cold.
people's
and
life, right?
It
Right.
does.
You don't realize that, but it does.
Uh-huh.
What do you want your kids to wear to school?
Yeah. Whether you feel like getting out of bed, right, Carl?
Right, or rub snow on your places that have
Exactly.
already frozen.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense to me.
Yeah. Well, if it makes sense to you, Carl, it makes sense to me.
Yeah. So we have another segment of the show that is about football,
Okay.
and I get my football highlights and updates from our sports team and my mother.
And your mother.
I asked my
Nice.
mother, "How do you know this?" And
Very-
she says,
yeah.
"Well, because I pay attention, Carl."
Wow, it's so,
So,
simple.
Right.
Who knew?
Yeah. So
You go, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a game on tomorrow, Thursday, in San Francisco,
Thursday night.
where that storm is coming in. And so, as far as the weather goes, I dug into this. There's a coastal flood advisory. With the storm coming in, the air quality is going to improve. But as far as the football itself goes, I'm
Who's
right.
playing, Carl? Show him. Who's
So
San Fran
it-
playing?
The Rams,
Yeah.
yes,
In San Francisco.
in
you
San
Yeah.
Francisco, yes,
So bring your rain jacket
Yeah.
if you're
Right.
going to the game.
yes.
Life preserver,
Paying
maybe.
attention.
You could if you want.
Yeah.
You
So
could
it's gonna
do
be
that.
muddy on the field, huh? Maybe, possibly.
I see. I don't. If it's real turf,
Yeah, it's real turf.
so it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that'll make an interesting game.
Did you see San Francisco play the Buffalo Bills?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
that
With
was
all the
something.
snow.
All the snow.
I did see part of that too.
Nuts.
Yeah.
See, that's what makes football
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
uh-huh,
dirty.
uh-huh.
cold. Forget the
Yep.
dome. Come on. I like the old school football.
Yeah.
Makes it fun.
Yeah.
It makes better television.
It does. I know. I watch and I see a snow game.
So it'll be in the 50s. Sun goes down about 5 o'clock in San Francisco. And since this is on Eastern time, there's a 3-hour differential.
Mm-hmm.
But about halfway through the game, it's going to get dark. And then it'll be dark, wet, and cold. Just like San Francisco can be.
yeah, you got to kind of dress in layers there, don't you?
And the life preserver.
Yes, a life preserver.
I
Uh-huh.
prefer UW games, football games in the sun, early September. where
That's a
it's
very
warm-
short period of
Warm
time.
and hot.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not cut out for the rain
I-
and the snow. But
That's why we
I'll
go to
take
the press boxes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll just stay up in the press
Stay up
box.
there and have our hot cocoa.
exactly.
All right, so we're back to, so we like to keep this short so that we, don't take a whole lot of your time and we can get this and keep moving. So we're back at the stump Carl
Answer
and Gift,
to the
and we're
stump.
rolling toward the end of the show.
Yeah.
I think there's some variables there.
All right. Well, for those who may just be tuning in, if you out in the cold
Yes.
and you're afraid that you have frostbite, should you rub the affected area with snow? True or false?
I'm going to say no.
False.
False.
I'm going to say true because what's the difference between rubbing cold snow and going in and putting cold water over your hand? So I'm sorry to.
AJ, true, false?
Go false.
False.
No
Hey.
reason.
Okay. Well,
Because if it evaporates, it's going to make it even colder.
That's true.
listen to the weatherman.
And then that's going to,
That
but
is
see, this is the first question I've ever had on it.
All right. Well, it is false.
False. You don't want to
I
rub
was
snow.
wrong. Now
Well,
you're two for-
I'm 2 for 18.
Yeah, there you go. But
Good
okay,
job.
and the answer is frozen skin tissue can easily be damaged by rubbing. A better
Whoa,
alternative
what is that?
is to heat the frostbitten area in warm but not hot water.
Uh-huh.
So probably gradually, like your grandma said,
Yeah.
just a little bit
Yeah.
at a time. So, but if
Yes.
you're out there by yourself and you're stranded, it doesn't matter, guys.
Yeah, find somebody to help you because you could die.
Yeah,
It's the rubbing
yeah,
that's bad.
yeah.
Sounds like.
That's
So,
right. That's
yeah.
not that's
And don't drink brandy or any whiskey. That's false. It doesn't work.
no, it doesn't warm you up. It
That's-
actually makes you colder.
Yeah, it does. So don't do any of that.
Yes.
AJ, don't do that. Yeah, that's right. He's frowning about that, but don't do that.
All right. So we appreciate you joining us. We'll do this next week. Now we are taking Christmas off.
Yes, Carl. Carl wanted to be here.
Well, I would
This
like
was-
that we
And I
started
said,
this
I said he
thing.
could do it by himself if he wanted to.
No,
No. No.
no,
No.
I
we're taking
liked
Christmas
being on the
off.
team.
But thanks, Liz, for coming on. We
You're
really
very
appreciate
welcome.
you. Our
Thanks for
general
having me.
manager, we really appreciate her. Without her, a lot of this would not be happening. So we appreciate you very
Thank
much.
you guys.
All right.
All right.
Y'all keep it between the ditches, Carl.
Right, and the digits.
All right. God bless you.